SunGard has recently looked at 4 areas that are currently influencing banking customers of vendors. Those include customer behavior, technology trends, new regulations, and the current economic climate. The most interesting to me is this idea of customer behavior. What kind of trends have you found in that segment?
Good question. I mean, I think from a customer behavior or consumer behavior perspective, what we've seen most significantly is a dramatic rise in the amount of choice that consumers have. If you look back just 10 years ago, you would find that most consumers would have very few relationships with financial institutions, perhaps 1 or 2 institutions being their primary service providers with respect to their mortgages and their deposit requirements. If you look at the number of relationships that a consumer may have today, the number may be 10 or 15 or perhaps even 20. So the consumers have tended towards unbundling their relationships, leveraging the amount of choice that they have in the market, whether it be for deposit products or investment products or even lending products. The notion of being a primary service provider now is starting to diminish, and customers are unbundling their relationships, seeing more and more relationships available to them because of the breadth of offerings they have in the marketplace.
How is this sort of new social media climate with customers affecting this sector?
Well, I think social media provides a significant influence in terms of the way products and services are recommended to consumers. Again, if you look back in time, banks have been able to control their brand identity in terms of the way they the way they position their products and services in the market, the value proposition they create, and the way they position those products and services into the marketplace. Now what we find with tens, if not hundreds of millions of social media users, forming opinions, forming recommendations, good or bad, those things are beginning to influence the way consumers acquire and consume financial service products from banks. So the bank, if it hasn't lost control of its brand, there's been a significant amount of control taken away from them in terms of their brand and their market positioning.
So, I mean, you can almost say that your brand reputation is being outsourced to the customer.
Yeah, I mean, I think the society through vehicles like Facebook and Twitter, I think banks are going to have to find a way to participate in those social networks rather than allow those social networks to create a viral statement for them with respect to their brand and their reputation. So one of the things that SunGard is looking to do for its customers is to figure out how banks can participate naturally in those social networks. How do we bring social networks and the consumer's lifestyle into the banking relationship more than it has been in the past?
So in addition to SunGard helping your banking clients deal with this new social media client, how is SunGard dealing with it?
Well, SunGard, interestingly enough, was just ranked one of the most social companies in the world. I think we were ranked about 47th in North America. Social media is playing a very large role in the way we do business globally. We have a very large network which our staff participate in to share ideas, to help and drive innovation and foster a community of entrepreneurialism, which is a very strong part of who SunGard is. And we're now starting to see that influence trickle over into our customers as well, where the collaboration through social media between SunGard and its customers and SunGard's customers is starting to become tighter and again more natural between the different stakeholders.
Excellent. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.